It's happening at the Greenville Theater. It is Into the Woods, and Access Carolina's Ava Bratz is previewing it today before the final dress rehearsal.
From the bottom of the stage to the very top of the performance area here, you are into the woods. Max, an amazing job your cast and crew have done to create such a feeling like you're in nature. Yes. What is Into the Woods for those who maybe aren't aware?
Yeah, so for those who don't know the show, it's a Tony Award-winning musical written by the late, great Stephen Sondheim, who's one of the greatest composers and lyricists of our time. And the book is by James Lapine, and it basically takes a bunch of the Brothers Grimm versions of these fairy tale stories that we all know and love, like Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood and Jack and the Beanstalk, and puts them in the same setting, which is the woods. And they're all on these very singular journeys, that they are on these quests and a wish that each of them have, and they all kind of intertwine in the same setting in the woods, and new things happen and new discoveries take place for each one of these characters. So it's this really great web that kind of intertwines a lot of the stories that we already know, and then also teaches you about what happens after your wish comes true, which is a really important lesson.
Yeah. Well, I've personally never seen a show that brings such of that like animated, that Disney kind of way about it with reality. So that couple, a baking couple, what do they most desire, Max?
Yeah, so the bakers, they really reflect who we are in society. And a lot of us have, you know, the wishes that we have are not these grand ideas. They are really simple, beautiful ideas like having a child. And that is their wish, and they are not able to do it. There's a witch who's put a spell on them, and in order to get past that obstacle, they have to collect all of these different things from these different fairy tale stories. So they're the ones who kind of interact with all of them, and it's about their wish coming true, and also just what happens when that takes place, right? We all have ideas of what parenthood will be. We have ideas of what it will be to meet our Prince Charming. And then the reality sometimes is a little bit different, and I think you kind of go on this journey with all of them and discovering what that means, and also discovering new wishes that we have for ourselves, because growth is so important, and those journeys that we go on are constant.
Beautiful. Well, I want to take a walk through the stage here, because like you said, you know, the perception that you might have leaving the show, it's not so much of a show like Shrek or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's a story, it's a feel-good, you're leaving with the same kind of outlook. This might relate to different stories in your own life.
Absolutely. There are so many lessons in this show, and it's one of my favorite aspects of it. I think a word that Sondheim uses very often in the show, and beautifully, is the word careful. So it's about careful the things you say, children will listen, is one of the most beautiful songs that he writes in the show. And there's so many messages that happen in it. There's the message that the baker's wife discovers when she is on her journey, which is, you know, it's all about moments. If life were only moments, even now and then a bad one, but if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. And it's about these decisions that we make and how they affect others, how they affect our lives. And I think ultimately the show is also about community, which is what Greenville Theater is all about. We're about impacting our community and serving our community with necessary art and storytelling, with our local artists on our stage being featured in such beautiful ways and impactful ways. So I think it's a great story for us, because it really teaches you that even though you can think something is just about a singular vision that you have for yourself, it will affect others. And our communal aspect of things, and how we treat each other, how we treat our neighbors, how we treat strangers, and also what we're teaching children and the lessons that we're giving them.
Beautiful. Really makes you think, makes you feel, and of course you're not short on entertainment. We're check back in with the princes who have got personality on lock. We'll see you right back here at the Greenville Theater.
All right, can't wait to see what personality, how you're cast in this play, Ava. Let's see you soon.